Hey guys, Ponce here on the PBE, here to show you a preview of the practice tool mode, aka Sandbox mode. Now there's a lot of things going on with this, so I'm gonna kind of go through all these the things you can do individually. Now keep in mind this is early PBE stuff, so a lot of it is glitchy. Basically the rule of thumb is the longer the game goes and the more you use stuff, the more bugs you run into currently. So hopefully we don't run into too many. We might. But a lot of these are pretty self-explanatory, so let's kind of go through them quickly here. So auto refresh of cooldowns, turn this on. Basically, you don't have cooldowns. That counts for summoner spells. As you can see, I can use Ghost as many times as I want. It counts for spells. I just keep spamming like that. It also counts for active items, so stuff like, I don't know, for example, Titanic Hydra shouldn't have a cooldown, stuff like that. Next, we have HP auto refresh. So basically, you just turn this on, you keep healing automatically, makes you invulnerable more or less. The auto refresh mana energy, same deal. Gold, just click it, and each time you get 10,000 gold. If anyone's wondering, it appears 100,000 gold is the cap. So that's how that works there. Level up, pretty self-explanatory. I hit it, I get a level. The one after that is EXP lock. But you can still go past the EXP lock if you just hit the auto level button. It's just like if you're, for example, you're in lane and you don't want to level off minions and stuff. That's how that works. There's no level down button, incidentally. If you want to level down, you got to do the reset game thing, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's just hit level 18 because we can. Go. So teleport. This one's very handy. You just kind of teleport around. There's a hotkey for all of these. So this one's, for example, Control S. You can go wherever you want. You can use the mini map like that. So, right, so next we have Revive. If you happen to die for whatever reason, you just respawn right away. I'm alive, so nothing's going to happen there. Turret invincibility, pretty self-explanatory. Turrets don't die. Turret fire on and off. Again, self-explanatory. The turret will stop shooting. Minion spawn, disable, enable. This one's pretty handy. So basically, you don't want minions; they'll all just instantly die. And if you want minions again, you'll just turn them on, and they'll start spawning again. But let's leave them on, whatever. Fast forward game. So you press it once, the game will go forward like 30 seconds, essentially. So yeah, while that's happening, your character doesn't move. By the way, he just stands there. So reset game, that'll just reset the game back down to nothing. This one is kind of glitchy sometimes, so I don't want to press it yet. If you want to see what reset game does, I'll press it at the end of the game after I'm done explaining everything else. Targeting dummy, this one's probably one of the more handy features. It'll basically spawn a targeting dummy with 10,000 HP that you can sit there and it'll show your DPS. Yeah, it's basically almost exactly like things from Heroes of the Storm. I hear Dota 2 also has one of these, but for example, let's plunk one of these down. You can have as many as 4 on screen at any given time, but when you start placing 4 and then deleting them with the clear dummy key, it can start to get glitchy. And I think it registers them still being on the map. And basically, I'm not going to place too many right now because it might bug out. For example, like I'm going to use... Oh, and by the way, they will stop minions and they'll also take tower aggro's. If you want to create like a traffic jam, put it in front of a bunch of minions. So as you can see, my DPS really sucks because I have no items. So then we go over here, and then, I don't know, we'll buy like... Oh, by the way, since these things have 10,000 HP, the DPS gets really messed up if you have anything that deals percent damage, so keep that in mind. You're not going to get a realistic DPS test with anything that involves percent damage, like Blade of the Rune King or Blood Razor, stuff like that. So anyway, well, I'll show you guys. I'll just get that, plus, I don't know, that and that. And why not boots and cooldown reduction and Rage Blade? Sure, why not? So I'm going to have a stupid high damage with this thing. See, like, this is ridiculous DPS. So you should never be this high, but I'm shredding this thing with super high percent damage because of the Blade of the Rune King and... oh, actually, I didn't get Blood Razor. That would push it even higher is the thing. So, for example, I just sell this one item, it's going to be way lower. Well, the minions are getting in the way, but... There we go. So there you have that. And let's just despawn it because it's getting in the way now. There you go. So, again, very useful. And you can test builds on the fly. Like, I could just sell everything, and I'm going, well, I'm curious as to how much damage full auto attack damage Warwick does for whatever stupid reason, or, you know, full AP or something like that. So we would do, I don't know. What does all Infinity Edge Warwick look like? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, it'll also tell you how much damage the last hit did. There you have that. Let's clear that out. There we go. So next, Allied Dummy. This one's, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Well, it's the same as the enemy dummy, except it's considered an ally, so obviously I can't attack it, but, you know, I can target it with shields, heals, anything you could target an ally with, essentially. Alright, so let's get that guy out of there. Next, spawn the jungle. So, basically all the jungle is spawned currently, so, hold on a second, let's just go over here real quick. So I'm going to clear this out. So this thing is dead now, right? So if I hit spawn jungle, basically everything would respawn in the jungle, but, you know, we only killed this thing, so only that thing respawns. Jungle plant, same deal. Let's go see if this thing over here has spawned. I don't think it has. Oh, no, it has. So if I were to destroy this, and then press jungle plant spawn, we'll get another spawn in a second. Yeah, see, there we go. It's back. Cloud Drake, Mountain Drake, Infernal Drake, Ocean Drake, all very self-explanatory. Now let's see if we can actually run into the glitch here, because sometimes Smite doesn't go on cooldown properly, or won't come back. So I can... Alright, so we're going to kill that with infinite smites, and if I wanted to, I can respawn any of the drakes I wanted, including the Elder Drake. Alright, so handy little thing there. Incidentally, there doesn't appear to be a Spawn Baron button. I imagine that'll be added eventually. Spawn Baron or Rift Herald for that matter. So I don't know. We'll see if that comes in. And if this thing is in the way, for example, you can't actually see the thing's stats very well, so you can also minimize that, and that'll work that way. Let's see how much armor he has. 120. Right. Go. Oh, why don't we kill it? It's here anyway. Smite time. Alright, there we have it. That's really kind of all there is for this mode, in terms of like the basic functionality. Again, I really like the DPS testing. I mean, at this point I have a rough idea of what's going to do the most damage in relation to everything else, but it's really nice to see the actual numbers, like to see, for example, like, if I was to do a slightly more realistic build on Warwick, like just how much damage Triforce adds, which didn't actually seem like that much. You know, how much damage Titanic Hydra is adding with minimal HP versus tons of HP, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, quite useful. Hopefully this comes to live soon. I mean, again, it is a bit buggy right now, but we didn't run into too many problems here. For example, let's see if I can get this bug to happen. So target ally. Oh, hold on a second. Respawn them. Despawn that.
This place is familiar.
So we spawn 3 currently. 4 right now, targeting dummy. And let's try and reset the game. Sometimes I can get this bug to trigger, sometimes not. Oh, by the way, that was the reset game. Obviously, it reset like literally everything. Time, position of stuff, minions, my levels, my gold, everything. Yeah, see, it's glitched out currently, so I can't spawn any more dummies, which sucks. And I would have to restart the game, which is not a huge issue, but mildly annoying. Alright, anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. That is the practice tool, aka what people have been calling Sandbox mode, since before it was an actual feature. See you guys around. Goodbye.